This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for August 27, 2024. It's currently June 26, 2024, 10:57 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $545.51. That's USD. The shuffle video for the August 27th reading was created on June 19, 2024 at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Time. That's a video playing for you in the lower left corner. The overall theme of behavior for the 27th is a prominent move higher to a peak, followed by a full retracement of that move back down. Behavior on the highest high, we have a sideways rotation and a sharp drop up out of the high. It's nullified, indicating that that high is somehow canceled out, and it would make sense based on this prominent move higher followed by a full retracement. Behavior around the lowest low for the day, we have a prominent move higher followed by a full retracement, so we probably see the low twice. And then I'm advised to trade within a period of price swinging. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. In the pre-market, we have a prominent move higher through key resistance on a multi-day scale, followed by a full retracement of that move back down. The decline continues into the open, where we, out of a decline, we have a big move from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range. So even though we open lower, it looks like we probably rally back to a significant high here, significant on a multi-day scale. This is really tricky, guys. There could be a high here and a low here. It's so hard to determine what's going on here. Really, really tricky. So be very, very careful here. It's one or the other. I don't think it's both, but it's hard to determine which one it is. We also have cross-reading congruencies for both the high and the low, so that does add weight to it being both. But there's a trade opportunity there in the first half hour where that big move from the bottom range to the top of the range, that rally turns over in the first half hour, and we have a price swing to a downside to a low between roughly 10 and 11. And at that low, we do sideways rotation. In the midst of the decline into that low, that's where I would open up a long position for a day trade. That sideways rotation turns into a big move higher, and then more sideways rotation at a higher price level as we rotate into the 11 to 12 o'clock hour. More price swinging going on here, and likely there's a high here. Likely there's a high here at this truce card price level. If I'm wrong, then there's a low there, but I think it's probably a high. And what you would do is you close out of that long position that you opened up in the midst of the decline at the early part of the day, and then you would open up a short position there at that resistance too, maybe a partial short, because we decline back down. I'm advised not to chase the decline back down. Bearish price swings between roughly 12 and 1, and then a rally out first a peak at the end of the hour of 12 to 1, so just before 1 o'clock, a sharp decline to another trough just after 1 o'clock, and then a rally out of that into a key resistance level again on the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. So that rally into the key resistance again, that's where I would add to the short position if it makes sense. And I would look to close the short position when, after we meet that resistance, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance in the last hour, followed by a decline through key support, taking us into a lot of price change there, taking us into a low at the close, where you would cash out of it there at the close. And then we have a U-shaped dip that forms at the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines in the post-market. The sneak preview for the following day, a rally along a diagonal trend line that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. We should also have a big move from the bottom of a range out of a decline to the top of a range, and a prominent move higher followed by a full retracement. All that stuff in the 28th, which we'll get into in more detail in the next reading. That's SPY for August 27th, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go, you know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.